All right, here we go. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another broadcast of J1s Promotions. I'm your host, Freddie J1s, and today we have a guest. We're going to have a nice little conversation with her. She is not only my sister, but she has a plethora of accolades. She has, actually, shall I say, the woman has a dual bachelor's degree. She's working on her master's. She is a business owner. She is strong in her faith. And you know what? Let me just introduce this young lady, and she'll tell you all about herself. And if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask, and she'll be able to answer all your questions, all right? Once we have everybody here, we'll just go ahead and out and shout it. Let's give a warm welcome to my sister, Markeysha Bolton. All right, how you doing, Birdie Bird?
I'm doing good. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you, bro, for bringing me aboard and get to introduce myself to the world. You know what I'm saying? So
Good.
I'm excited. I got this new business venture that I just started.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about that in a moment. But let's get to the part of who you are, where you come from, what makes you who you have become in your life. So let's start back when you was in high school. Where'd you grow up?
I was born and raised in Vegas. I went to Cheyenne High School.
Cheyenne High School.
Cheyenne High School, that is my old mantra, will always be. I'm a warrior, always.
True and true.
I graduated in 97.
1997.
I can remember like it was yesterday. It was, just basically I bounced from high school to high school within 2 years. From 94 to almost the end of 95.
Okay.
I went to Western High School, I went to Clark, and I went to my big brother's old school, Rancho High School.
Give it up for Ranch in the house, the ranch! I remember back in the day, I think when I was in the 9th grade, man, we had this rap crew called Raiders of Doom. And man, it was 2 dudes and a girl, man, and they were dope. They came out with a song that was called "The Ranch Is Hard," and it was dope. I can't wait. You know what? I gotta try to find that song. I'll play it on my podcast one day, man. But it was really good. The Ranch is hard. It was dope. They had on all Raiders gear. It's cool too because the Raiders are coming to Vegas, and back then they had that vision, and they sported nothing but Raiders gear. And man, they did it. They did something proper. So if you guys are watching out there, Raiders of Doom, man, you guys are dope. Can't wait to hear another song from you guys, man. Going back, that's being nostalgic. So take us back to Rancho.
So I went to Rancho, and the craziest thing happened. Everybody, when I was walking my first day of class, there was like a few teachers that came up to me and said, "You look like somebody," and I'm like, well, I had a brother that went here. They was like, "What's your brother's name?" I said, "Frederick Jones." "That's where I know you from. You look just like your brother." So when that happened, it just made me feel welcome to, go to a high school where my brother went, and everybody never forgot about who he was.
Oh.
Everybody still talk about the day he had this talent show where him and his friends had this Bobby Gumby haircut. And then sung this song, That Girl Is Poison. Remember that song?
Poison by BBB. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that.
So
that song made me famous in this city back in the day. Because we performed it at many schools. The group that she's referring to is called Celebrations in Color, and we sang that. We sang not only just that song, but we had a list of songs that we sang. We were a group, a choral group inside of the school at Rancho, and we toured other schools, and all of the schools that were feeding Rancho High School, all of the elementary and junior high schools that was feeding inside of Rancho. That's where we would go, and then sometimes we do other, like a real concert at, like we were at the baseball stadium with Cashman Field. We were at Cashman Field, and we did a couple of other little spots, you know. But man, other than that, it was really cool. It was really cool. So back to everybody's mentioning you and me at Rancho.
So going to Rancho, I went there for a little while, not about almost a year, and then I had to go to Cheyenne High School because that's where I was finally zoned from where we used to live. So when I went to Cheyenne High School, it was totally different because I had built my own identity there, as far as, you know, get to know everybody and stuff like that. But going to Cheyenne High School, it was different. You know, I had to go from school to school and then try to finish high school from 95 to 97. Mm-hmm. So it was very different.
And what year did you graduate?
97.
97.
Yes.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. While you were in school, did you have any type of learning problems or something that held you back or tried to hold you back in your studies and everything?
Actually, no, but in kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
my teacher held me back because I kept to myself.
Kindergarten, who was that?
Mrs. Stillman.
Miss Stillman.
Miss Stillman.
Yeah.
And so, so basically, it was, she told Mom that there was nothing wrong. It was just, I just like being to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And to her, when a child likes being by themselves, that means they're looking for something that intellectually, you know, stimulate their mind. So basically, what she did was have me do some artwork and, you know, some reading and stuff like that. And then she put me in plays because she figured out that I like acting. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm very shy, but she figured out, you know, let me try this. So anytime I was in front of a lot of people, I loved to get up and to entertain people, tell jokes, sing, dance, or whatever. So she utilized that and to make sure that I was able to communicate with other kids. So the second year I was, you know, in kindergarten, when she finally got that milestone, that part of my life done, mm-hmm. then she was able to move me forward. She really enjoyed me being held back in kindergarten, mm-hmm. so I can learn, because I was very shy.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to deal with other children or anybody else, so I just kept to myself until she broke me out of that shell. Ever since then, I kept it moving.
Look at that. It's weird, you know, how a person can look at you now, right? And I know you personally ever since you were born. So to be able to see you now, and then, wow, it is a big difference in personality. You know, yes, you were very shy, introverted a little bit. Not when it came to me and Mom, but just when it was other people, yeah, it was totally different. Now you've adapted a little bit of my personality. You know, it's kind of weird how some things rub off on people, huh? Okay, let's move forward a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay, after high school, when you graduated in 1997, after high school, what was your immediate ambitions? What did you want to do immediately after high school?
Well, honestly, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, mm-hmm. but I've seen what Mom went through. I've seen what my dad went through, as far as clocking a 9-to-5 job. Mm-hmm. They always came home tired, mm-hmm. You know, restless. We became latchkey kids. We had to, you know what I'm saying? You had to fix my bottle change me, whatever, and make sure I was fine when we were growing up.
Do you remember that time when we were living in Camp Pendleton? I think I was like, matter of fact, it was a week before my 13th birthday. We was living in Camp Pendleton, and we stayed actually on base. Mm-hmm. And you remember we went to jail? We went to jail, yo. But it wasn't what you guys think, you know. It wasn't that we was bad kids or nothing like that. It was just my mom and our stepdad. He had to go to some kind of function. I can't remember what it was, but they were only gone for like maybe 2 hours. So she gave us specific instructions: be quiet and don't raise attention to yourselves. Okay, we're just gonna go and come right back. Because they were actually going to get some things, some presents and things like that for my birthday. That was going to be next week, but they had to pick it up today. I think it was literally a week ago. Like how many years ago? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because next week, as a matter of fact, in 10 days it'll be my 48th birthday. Okay, so. We won't even get to how old you is, but
well, if you want to put it out there, I'll be 42 in August.
You'll be 42 in August, bud. Hey! Give me some.
Still man. So I'm proud to be 42. Actually, 42, being in my 40s is like the best year to be in.
Yeah.
Because first you get wiser, you get happier, and you don't put up with too much stuff. So your life is more pleasing. You know what I mean?
I heard
and
that.
You actually figure out what you want to do.
I heard that.
You know, so you have a lot of things in perspective.
Okay, so you remember that day though, right? That we went to jail,
right?
In Camp Pendleton. By the way, the police officer, he was really, really cool. He was really cool. He let you play around in the little toy section and stuff like that. But I was nervous because Markeysha was supposed to be quiet. Okay, Markeysha's the reason why we went to jail.
I want my strawberry dog.
But she was being belligerent, and she would not sit down. She would not be quiet. And I told her, I said, listen, just be quiet, and you'll get your little strawberry shortcake doll. By the way, I used to torture that doll. You remember that? Okay, we'll get to all of that in a minute. But this day, Markeysha was just being loud and obnoxious, and I couldn't.
Because he wouldn't give him my dog.
I couldn't understand it. This was the only time in life that she wouldn't listen to her big brother, and so a little bit goes by. Time goes by. I think it was like 10 or 15 minutes after Mom and them had left. And I said, hey, you need to be quiet. She said, I ain't being quiet. Oh, man. I was like, wow, this little girl's going off. She's going crazy. I think she done lost her mind. And a few minutes later, we get a knock on the door. One of Mama's rules was don't open the door for nobody. Mrs. Walker, open up the door. This is the police. I was like, uh-oh, it's the police. I said, Markeysha, you better be quiet. She said, I ain't being quiet. Oh my God. We finna go to jail. The reason why we went to jail is because I was not old enough to babysit an infant child. Okay? I was 12, about to be 13. If I was 13, it would have been okay. But I wasn't 13 yet. And literally, it was like 7 days before my 13th birthday. And Markeysha, this is the only time I ever spent time.
But I wasn't an infant though. I was about 6 or 7.
You was 6 years old. You getting on my nerves. You getting on my nerves because, man, how you gonna send me to jail? You sent me to jail. Oh man. Okay, let's get back. Okay. So after after high school, your ambitions.
Well, as I was saying before, seeing my parents go through what they've been, going through, working hard, being tired all the time, sacrificing a lot to make sure we have what we need.
Right.
I basically thought about, first it was real estate. Okay, and it's still real estate. That's my next goal. But not only was it real estate, it was only my own business. So I signed up, well, let's push it back. Because when I was in high school, I got awarded by the commissioner, Yvonne Atkinson Gates, to go to college while I was in high school. You remember?
I remember.
So I finished a year already at community college. So I started my business courses there. And then from there, I kept on going, signing up for the fall, which after I graduated, I automatically went to community college.
Right.
And I also signed up at UNLV, so I went to both campuses. So
you went to UNLV and community college.
Yes.
And this was while you were in high school?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I had signed up with the Summer Youth Program, the one that you went through with Dr. Sullivan.
Yes, that was the Upward Bound program.
Okay.
I wonder if they still, well, I know they still have it going on, but it's a totally different program now than it was back in the day. I think maybe I'll get with brother, let me see. Who should I? You know what? I could probably get in touch with Dr. Sullivan and talk to him to see if we can probably get through something to have that program the way that it used to be.
Exactly. It was an awesome program.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think it's funding though. I think it's funding.
Yeah. See, actually, when I was attending that program, I had to cut that program short because he sent me over to Nevada Business Service. To finish out my summer program, which was awesome. But going back to going to college, whatever, community college in UNLV.
Right.
As I was going there, mom got sick. I stopped a little while. But I also met a lady within that year in '99 that let me actually mentor her as a business owner. And
mentor?
Yes.
You were mentoring her, or you were?
No, she
Oh,
mentored
okay.
me. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
She mentored me in that program with her to learn about the business aspect.
And do you remember this young lady's name?
Actually, this lady's name, I met her through Kids in Action. She was a lieutenant for Kids in Action Metro Police Department. And I speak to her to this very day. And she is a wonderful lady. And I adore her. And she was like one of the kindest ladies that brought me into her life. And she asked me this one question when I was in that program.
Okay.
She asked all of the kids, she said, what do you want to do in your life? And I said, well, I want to own my own business. I want to invest in real estate and just enjoy my life. I don't want to have to work a 9 to 5.
Right.
And she said, what would you do to get there? And all the kids raised their hand and letting her know and stuff. And then she said, well, tell you what, write down all your goals, all your dreams, and check off each one by one. If you don't have to have all of that whole list done in a year. Just do it within 10 years. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? And I wrote down everything, even though it took me more than 10 years.
Okay. Yeah.
But I got there. But her name is Tamia Dow. And I've always called her or asked her questions or, actually she's one of the ladies that's going to be an officiant and partner up with in my business.
Wow, that's cool.
So if I need an officiant, she will be there to help out. But yeah, she's one awesome person. And also she's a chaplain. She's a mini trainer.
Wow, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, so let's move forward. You got your training or mentoring. You was going through a mentorship through this with this young lady who worked for the police department at that time, and she was training you in business, right?
Right.
Okay. So, would you say that that training that you got from that young lady made you want to go into business? Because you got two bachelor degrees, one in business management and the other one is
And
marketing. Man, so with a business management and a marketing degree, you're able to run your whole business without a glitch or hitch, right?
Yes, I can. But the one aspect about that is when your business starts to grow and provide within,
Yeah.
then you're going to need outside help. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're going to have to concentrate on paperwork and everything else. So you're going to have to free yourself some time, because if your paperwork or whatever is not in order, you're not going to be able to keep your business operating.
Right.
That's where that whole situation comes in when your business grows, if you need somebody within. But in the beginning, you can do it by yourself for a little while, but
Right.
you're going to eventually need someone to come in
Right.
and help out.
Like doing like administrative work.
Administrative work, marketing as well. You're going to need help. Also, you're going to need someone to help do your social media, constantly keep updated on that.
Right.
Because that's your mainstream, is social media.
That's right, because that's the way you keep the community in touch with or in tune with exactly what you're
Right.
doing on a daily basis.
And nowadays,
Or maybe even a weekly basis.
right. And nowadays, where things are going, everything is going to be mostly virtual anyway. So it's a good opportunity to network.
Right.
Even though you're a person of many trades, you're going to need to network, and to basically build your team.
Right.
Because without your team, you won't succeed.
Not at all, huh? Okay. So what would you pretty much utilize? Well, we'll get into that question because that's pretty much at the end of what we're going to come up to here. So after your 2 degrees, you decided to keep on going to school, right?
I did.
And where did that lead you, or where has that taken you?
That took me through a lot of obstacles, as I can say. What I mean by that is, the longer I'm in school, the more I go to school, it teaches me a lot, but there's been obstacles on the way. Like, and what I mean by obstacles is, by figuring out what you want to do. Because you can go to school for one thing, and then you can take a different turn into your career.
Okay.
Even though I stayed into business, I kind of went a different route. As far as, not only do I want to do real estate, but I put that back a little bit.
Okay.
And to be honest, as I'm going to school, my whole outlook has turned into marriage and family counseling.
Ah, okay.
Okay? And the only reason why is because of my life growing up.
Okay.
The family members I have met, the family members that isn't part of my life.
Right.
I love helping people. I love counseling people. So even though I'm going to school for business, I can utilize my business, my business aspect in anything I want to do.
Right.
But it did take a little turn.
So, at this point in your life, while you're going through school, you had gotten married. What year did you get married?
I got married in 05.
2005?
Yeah, 2000. I got married. No, I'm sorry, 2009. I got married.
2009.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got married in 2009, and you were going through school at this time also, and you had gotten 2 degrees while married at that time, right?
Yes.
Jeez, was that hard?
It was kind of difficult. The only reason why it's difficult because if you don't have a spouse or someone that's by your side or corner, it can get a little difficult.
Right.
But if you have somebody that's on your side and that's rooting for you, it can be very easy.
Right.
Because you're not doing it by yourself.
Well, marriage is supposed to be a teamwork.
Right.
You know, it's supposed to be a cumulative effort on both parts.
Right.
In order to achieve one goal. You know, you guys are supposed to come together as, you know, one unit and work as one unit. You know, so that would be why it would be difficult. If you guys are working as a unit, as a team,
right.
then yeah, you guys are gonna win all day as a team.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that you can't win by being, you know, a solo act, but as a team, we're talking about as a team. Then together, you guys will win.
Right.
If you guys are on the same page, doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Individually.
Right.
You know. So after you got married and you got your 2 degrees and you kept going, let me see here. How long had you been married while you were going through school and everything? How many years were you married while you were going through school?
10 years.
10 years. Was that the total time that you had been married?
Yes, the total time.
Okay. So, man, that's pretty long. A long time going through all of that, and you still achieving your goals. You know, a lot of people say women can't achieve any goals and things like that, you know, and be married, you know, and be a good wife to their husbands, you know. But you did it, right? Let me see here. So you had gotten married, and you continued your accolades. You actually wrote a book. Am I right? You're a published author right now, right?
Yes,
Man, give it up for Markeysha for being a published author. You wrote a book. What was the name of it?
Quotes for the Soul.
Quotes for the Soul. And you can find that where?
Amazon, Barnes and Noble,
any book of you.
Lulu.com.
Lulu.
As of right now, the Barnes and Nobles that you can get the actual book.
Yeah.
It's on Lake Nina Rainbow.
Okay.
And then the other Barnes and Nobles is right on, I believe, Charleston and El Capitan, over in that area.
Yeah, because I think we only got like 3 Barnes and Nobles left in Vegas.
Yeah, about 3 or 4.
Man, that's crazy. So you're a published author. Are you going to write another book or any more books?
Actually, I'm almost done with my second one. I can't wait for that to come out. That one is going to be a suspense mystery novel.
Wow, suspense mystery novel. Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
You're going to have to help me write my book. That'll be something else, man. I can't wait to read your second book. Your first one, Quotes for the Soul, was wonderful. It has a lot of quotes on a daily basis. You can open it up to any page in there and find a wonderful quote for your soul. I guess it's because you make it kind of spiritual, right?
Yes.
And you give these quotes that come from the Bible or that's derived from maybe a scripture or something like that, right?
Actually, I wrote those quotes myself from my spirit.
Wow.
Yeah, those are my quotes. So
Markeysha got a whole bunch of quotes in there, and I'm like, dang, this is something that's supposed to be out here in Barnes and Nobles and stuff. So look at that. You know, I never knew that. I thought you had like got a whole bunch of things together and just took quotes from this, that. But those all came from you? Who would have known my little sister was that wise? Man, cool. Good job. And so when is your next book coming out?
I will keep you guys updated. I will. I'm trying to finish it within the next 6 to 9 months. I'm trying to make sure I got my chapters, right. Also, I gotta pick the photos and the artistry for the front cover and all that. So I'm looking forward to that. It takes a minute for you to get done with your book. Even with my first book, when I was done, it took another about 4 months for it to come out because the editor had to make sure that my quotes were mine, make sure the copyright was on
so there
point.
was no plagiarisms or anything like that, or
So,
misquotes or anything like that.
Exactly. So basically, the quotes that's in Quotes for the Soul is actually copyrighted under my name.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so.
That's really cool. Man, you learn something new every day. Man, I'm glad I asked that question because I never really knew exactly how much of that book was all you. That was all you. Man,
Yes,
good job.
that was all me.
Man, I'm like super excited and happy for you. Man, that's cool. Okay, so you went on to write that book. By the way, you can find, like she said, you can find Quotes for the Soul. It's in Lulu.com and Barnes and Nobles. It's at Barnes and Nobles. You can find it on Amazon. Quotes for the Soul. The author is Markeysha Bolton. That's MarkeyshaBolton.
And also, if you can't find those websites, you can basically just go on Google and type my name. It will take you straight to the link on where you can buy the book.
There you go. Man, that's cool. I'm selling books. I'm going to sell me a book. Man, somebody help me out with some creativity. Now, I actually got a really cool story to tell, so I'll let you guys know when that's going to be. So, let's keep it moving. You went, after you wrote that book, and you decided, did you said to yourself, no, you called me up one day, you were like, bro, would you like a fragrance? I said, what? Would you like a fragrance? I was like, what do you mean, would I like a fragrance? And Markeysha explained to me that she can get my name put on a fragrance. And I'm like, what? That'd be so cool.
And I'm actually still working on that. Stay tuned.
Markeysha gonna get me a fragrance. I'm gonna be walking around here smelling like Freddie J1s.
It's gonna be called Freddie J.
Man, that's pretty cool. That'd be cool. I would love to have that fragrance in my own. Wait, are you wearing it? Is that Sean John? No, man. This is FJ1S. Nah. But let's see here. You also from that. I mean, wow. You are now in school again, right? And Markeysha spends her whole life in school, but it actually pans out for her, and it turns out to be wonderful because without her being in school, she wouldn't have been able to get this job that she's working at now. What is your title now?
I am a lead supervisor. I deal with disabled clients. I supervise the floor part, and it's me and my coworker. There's 2 leads, and basically we create activities. We help them to become independent, so that way they can be able to survive on their own.
So these clients that you guys help on a daily basis, they come to you guys, and you guys work with them to gain social skills. Is this what you're talking about?
Work ethics, social skills, learning about responsibility, basically becoming independent.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
We have different contracts that they work on, from Cox to like the MGM to the Mandalay Bay. Just different hotels that actually contracted with us. And so when they do, especially like if you go to Mandalay Bay and you see those little chocolates that's on the pillows and stuff like that, we're the ones that actually stuff the chocolates and then send them back to Mandalay Bay.
Wow.
And the clients mostly work on that contract. Without the clients, there will be no us.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. So you guys give them work ethics. You show them exactly how it is to be working on the 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Right? Wow, that's pretty cool.
So when they go out in the community and work under another management, then they know what to expect.
What to expect, the whole gruesome grind
Right.
of the 9 to 5.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Can we mention where you work at, or is that no?
I worked at Opportunity Village.
Opportunity Village. A lot of people might not know, but Opportunity Village, it provides a lot of assistance throughout our communities. Not only just in Las Vegas, but all throughout every city in the country of the United States. They help out millions of people with disabilities to rehabilitate them or to habilitate them to be able to get out there. Then they give out food, they do food drives and clothing drives and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And we also conduct the Magical Forest. I'm pretty sure a lot of people familiar with the Magical Forest that happens every October and December.
Right. So whenever you guys are driving down, what is that?
Okie.
Okie. Driving down Okie, you look to your right,
yes.
and you're going to see all of those lights that they always have up for the festive holidays there.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've seen it many years. Many years. I've driven past there and seen those. And actually, the main reason why I would drive down that is to see those lights. See them like that. To see what the new the theme is going to be. For that year. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, I'm super proud of that too. So to bring it to a head here, you have a new endeavor that you just. This makes me so proud because it actually it came to fruition from a conversation that we had months and months ago before the quarantine started. And you said, okay, I'm going to do this. And you just got right on it. And it's super dope because Markeysha had went, and we call each other often, mainly like 3-4 times a week. And we talk about strategies, and we talk about life in general. We talk about religion and our faith and love. And we talk about a whole bunch of things. I don't know if you guys know, but she is my little sister. Well, she ain't little no more. But this is my sister. Mom, she birthed both of us. So, but we're like super close. Throughout life, she's always been there for me and the rest of our siblings. I've always been there for them, and it's just. We just do exactly what we're supposed to do as a family for our brothers and sisters, So anyway, Markeysha and I have been talking about how can we make J1s promotions different and bigger and better. And then we got to talking about how I used to do weddings as far as MCing, DJing, photography and videography. I had a whole crew, together like that. That was photographers, and I think there was like 6 photographers and videographers that we used to, have together. And me and brother Kevin Johnson, we would get together and run that business like it was clockwork. It was really cool. It was really good. I would have liked to get back into that. So this is where the conversation came in, and she was like, What could have made your business better? And I said, more clients. Being able to have, if I had the opportunity to work with a wedding planner, she said, her lights went on. She said, okay, no problem. Next thing I know, she calls me up. She says, bro. She says, broski, what you doing? I said, I'm just chilling. She said, guess what I just did? I would have no idea what you just did, Bird. She said, I just enrolled in school. I said, well, that ain't nothing new. You're always in school. You're doing real estate. You're doing all kinds of stuff. So what's the new endeavor? She said, I am going to I said, what? You know, she just drew it out. You know, she just stretched it out. I'm going to do wedding planning. I was like, what? That is so cool. Man, and my brain just started working better. And we went on like a 6-hour conversation about the whole thing.
But this is where it came from, though. Now, when we first got shut down and the quarantine happened, and they were talking about we were quarantined for 30 days, I thought about being in the house for 30 days, and that was going to drive me crazy. So I'm at home, I'm like, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, I was having a good time. Then almost that third week, I said, I can't do this. So after our conversation about the wedding planning and all that, I was looking at just like different pictures, shoes, clothes, dresses, different venues and stuff. And then my eyes got big, and then next thing you know, I'm Googling, wedding planning school.
Right.
And then I looked at it, and it says wedding planning school, you can go for 3 months to 2 years. It depends on you. And so I was like, I can do this. But technically, I will be done this weekend, actually tomorrow, and it'll be 2.5 months. So I finished.
This girl's been on it 100%.
So I'll be certified. Not only will I be certified, but Bridal Association certified. And I just got my LLC.
LLC, that's right.
So I officially have my own business.
There you go, Bird. So with that, in closing, I would say to you guys, there's always opportunities. There's always a platform. There's always room, time that we have to give ourselves a leg up. I know we're always talking about, we never have a leg up, or we never have an opportunity to do this, and we never have an opportunity to do that. We all have 24 hours in a day to do whatever it is that we need to do. I myself, I can tell you, it's a lot of obstacles in life. But the biggest obstacle in your life is yourself. If you can't get past yourself, you can't get past any other obstacles, okay? Because every other obstacle is extremely easy to overcome. You just have to have the right knowledge, the right time, the right opportunity, and if they all come together at the same time, then that's easy as pie,
So basically I used the 2 months that I was quarantined off from work to study and go to school for the wedding planning. And I mean, it was the best opportunity. You're not doing anything, you can't go nowhere.
Yeah, that's right though.
So I mean, it was the best time. And I figured this was a good opportunity for me to start my own business, because when I start my own practice next year as a counselor, I will already have the knowledge and the opportunities open. And the job that I do now has opened that door as well. I got real big supporters that's rooting for me, and that will be there once I open that door up next year. So it's just a lot of opportunities, and you just got to keep yourself motivated. And most of all, be surrounded by positivity. If you're not surrounded by positivity, then it's a lot of things that will weigh on you, and you will become cloud-minded, and you won't be able to think from here to here. It's just when you're around positivity, you can think straight and you can move forward. So just keep that in mind.
So do you have your information for your social media accounts and everything, that everybody can get in touch with you? How can they be able to reach out to you?
Basically, under my Facebook, I'm Markeysha True Heart Bolton. Also, I just created a page. I'm full of hearts. That's just I have a big heart. That's why I basically call myself True Heart, because it expresses who I am. And so basically...
You just created a page?
Yes, I just created a page. It's called Adago Wedding Planning.
Spell that, please.
ADAEGO Wedding Planning. You can actually click on that page, and also you can become a member as well, so you can see all the latest trends and the latest cakes, the wedding dresses, venues.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I am up and ready for business, whether it's for a reception, whether it's for a wedding, I'm here.
With that said, we will end this podcast today. I would like to say thank you for being here and watching us here on this podcast. Once again, this is J1s Podcast. This is J1s Promotions Podcast. Always keeping you in line with what's going on with the Joneses. So we are always keeping you up with the Joneses. Thank you. I am your host, once again, Freddie J1s. That is Freddie Jones. And I will see you guys. Thank you for coming through. See you guys later.
All right. Have a good day.
All right.